right, let's see. We're live. All right. Happy ass over here. Get to work. Where do we leave off? All right, that needs some loving right. What's up with our balance? Things sound kind of out of whack. I'm gonna pop you up. Did I solo something else? I did. All right, so you can kind of come up a bit. Where is it? All right, so that's nice and weighty. Oh, excuse me. What's up, Rano? Welcome to the stream. Today we are fiddling further with the Nextapes rendition of Just After Midnight. I'm doing it a little earlier today. I have not really obligations. It's a raid party for Destiny, but we have to do that a little earlier tonight. One of our members is busy. So I'm trying to get my stream time done now so I can enjoy. Alright, so first half. Let's fix this up. We dual? No, because it's only one pipe. Yeah, okay. Alright, we'll do a sum. Mixer. Mixer. Slap you two in. Balance the output. That'll work. All right. All right, no drums. Let's see how we're doing.
So clearly felt.
If you're still learning Reaper, it might be worth sharing. If not, never mind. Honestly, share away. I think I ended up putting Reaper down, and I can show you quick. So one of the things, what's up, Gamer Sheep? One of the things that I was running into that was really difficult was routing MIDI around. Audio channels are fine, right? I think the way that they have their busing makes sense, and you can have pass-throughs, and that's all well and good. The problem I had, what's up, Paper Cat? The problem that I had, and I'll just open it up. I'm working on redoing my drums, and I have a fairly specific drum kit tool that I use. I was going to use samples. I ended up abandoning that because the recordings didn't have what I needed. Now, one of the things that I was struggling with was taking MIDI from one channel and sending it to another channel to send it to a particular effect. In this case, and I don't think I have it set up today, but I have the ability to route with Bitwig. I have note receivers right around here. I can take the inputs from another place and have it as a pass-through at any point of the chain that I care about. You might want to use the routing matrix in Reaper. That's what I was trying to do, man. And I could not get it to work the way I need it. Because the problem isn't routing the MIDI. It's that the MIDI then just gets splashed onto the entire chain. And I couldn't, for the life of me, figure out how to be like, hey, I need this note. I need to filter this note from this MIDI channel to trigger LFO tool, for example. And the more I dug and the more I looked and the more I went online, nobody seemed to know what the hell I was talking about. And it was like, okay, they obviously don't use LFO tools in Reaper all that much. The JSFX people did not seem to have any ideas either. Everyone had their own problems that they were trying to solve, so they didn't really... Everyone has their own problems, and I think that's the beauty of Reaper, because you could pick and choose what shit you're going to work on. But I was just struggling finding the things for my workflow. I would love to pick it up and figure it out, because I really do like the idea of having like MIDI-triggered effects, MIDI-triggered automation, and it just doesn't exist really well in Reaper. And I think that the parameter modulators are cool. I don't know if they quite have the fidelity that I want, or at least the smoothness that I want. But do I plan on trying again? At some point, yes. I think Reaper is a better long-term pick for Linux because I'm, like you're going to see me complain about, there are performance issues in Bitwig. But workflow-wise, I was having a lot of successes with routing things, particularly with these containers, with note receivers and everything else. Tell you what, if you come by again if we want to try and I'm going to finish fixing up my drums because I have a whole new plan on how to do those, particularly using overhead mics and routing them with the original signals and then using shaping tools to shape them as they play. So in this case, the drum kit will play, the note filter will go on, the note filter will filter the range of hits that I care about, and then trigger an envelope tool. I saw you were setting up drum racks manually, but I use RS5K script, which works basically like Ableton drum rack. Yeah, that was an option. I saw that after the fact. Again, my thing, and this is just more because of the limitation of samples, right? I ended up, where is it? Why can't I see SD3 here? Oh, because it's not on. But like, I use Superior Drummer 3. I thought I wasn't going to, but it turned out to be the case that I was going to kind of switch back to. But they have overhead mics, they have ambient mics, they have all sorts of recordings, which are really nice to play with for a natural sound when you're doing your mix. But anywhoosies. Brando, if you ever want to give me a hand trying to figure that shit out, I'd be more than happy to do like a session or something. Yeah, that's the thing. Reaper is one of the best support DAWs on Linux. I believe that 100%. I don't see people complain about performance issues or crashes or breakages. In fact, Wine, when Wine closes on Bitwig, it crashes outright and it says your session exploded. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what version of Wine has failed me today for a Fab Filter or whatever else. But then I go to run it in Reaper and everything works fine. So we'll get there. Anyways, he's back to prod work. Yeah, so we're back on Nextapes. We're trying to get So I probably need to duplicate this out and just have two versions EQ'd because there's a very heavy brightness that comes through. We're gonna duplicate you out. It's gonna be mad. It's gonna be another instance of phase plant. I also downloaded Bitwig and was learning it because of the modular stuff it has, but I saw it lacked a lot of stuff Reaper has, so I had to go back. That's sort of where I'm at today. I have things in Bitwig I'm starting to lean pretty heavy on that it's hard for me to make the switch to Reaper until I find some version of that works for me. Because there are things that Reaper has that I really want to play with. For one, the media pool looks sick. The fact that I can create a clip and then edit that one clip and put it in different parts of the track and it will always keep the same stuff because it's from the media pool sounds awesome. Instead of having to like edit things individually. The automation lanes seemed smoother. For sure, these automation lanes are terrible. They're full stop. Sorry guys, Bitwig team. You guys got to really like do an overhaul on this. This is not fun to work in at all. It's clunky. Sometimes it works in ways that you don't expect. Like if I double click, if I'm in the automation view here and I go to can I click on this? If I go to the automation view on this and then start moving things around, it will actually like accelerate the mouse in weird ways, which makes no sense. The other thing I liked about Reaper was the pop-out windows. The fact that everything had a pop-out window was really nice. I could kind of move crap around, which I really liked. And I liked the vertical stack. I'm at the point now that I don't like the rack view here at the bottom. I understand why it's like that. It's to simulate having like a big old stack of effects and you have them in a big list. Don't need it. I don't need all of this taking up all of my space all the time. And they do not have a shortcut to expand or collapse everything in the rack view. So you're like, okay, that's really tedious to just... and I use a lot of effects. I am maximal when it comes to sound design, particularly on things with granular texture, amber shit. Bitwig is just able to not crack. That's true. I think Bitwig at least just trying stuff. I think Ableton stopped trying shit like 5 versions ago. 7 through 9 was interesting updates. 9 through 12, I have not been excited about an Ableton release, and that eventually chased me away. And they have the same problems. Their automation lanes are bad. Their grouping of things is bad. They also have a weird file browser, which is bad. Why is stream a bit early now? I've got some friends. We have a Destiny 2 raid later, and they wanted to start earlier, so I needed to start this earlier if I was going to make our time. I need that damn loot. I ain't gonna get it self. Oh, here's another thing about Reaper that I really liked. The fact that you have some of the native plugins, you can throw their preview window in the track view. So if I want to see the spectrum analyzer for my kick drum and I just want to see it all the time, just a mini version, just for like general view, I could tell it to put it here and I could see it. That's awesome. Because then I could be able to like eyeball certain shit really quickly without being upset about it. Yeah, man, I just couldn't figure out the routing. The routing tools were really hard and clunky to get around for what I was trying to do. And it's not, some of it is going to be doable, some of it's going to be really hard. And I know I'm going to need a JSFX plugin to do basically MSEG. What is it? I can't remember what the acronym's for. There are some like Learning Reaper, Wadzu, Breeds, etc. There's disparate shit. I was looking around, and I think for learning it from like the foundation, it's great because there's a lot more people using Reaper now than there used to be. Because I remember like 15 years ago looking around, being like, nobody knows what the hell this thing is. Now it's really widely supported. The problem is I'm at the stage where I don't need how to make a MIDI clip thing. I'm the dude, I have a really weird esoteric question and I need an answer. And unfortunately, the places that I was going to like kind of poke people for answers and for help, they couldn't really help me. They were like, I don't really know what you're trying to do. What's MIDI? Because most people that are using Reaper, at least in the professional sense, a lot of them are audio mixers. These are people that come from a studio environment. They're not doing weird, crazy compositional crap with a dozen automation lanes or whatever. Oh, I believe that. Reaper is go-to in game audio. Like, you need that to get jobs. For sure. You probably want to know Reaper and then go know WIs and Fmod. Probably WIs. Nobody cares about my Fmod. Ryzen Fmod. Hey, they got a lot better. They got better. Anywho, enough about Reaper. We'll circle back to that one. How's that? Give me like a couple weeks to finish this song, and then I'll circle back to Reaper, and then we can have a 3-hour Devin is gonna ask questions Reaper stream. Make thing, do thing, want thing. Locknar want thing. Make thing, do thing. Oh, right. Okay, so this duplicated. We've got upper, and then we got lower. So start with these. All right, so that's upper. That's lower. Upper. That's lower. All right, check. up, Blue Smoothie? I make songs only with GarageBand loops and feel like I'm cheating, but honestly don't know how else to make a song. Hey man, that's where we all started. Rewind the clock. So about how old? I had to have been either 13 or 14 years old. So around that time, maybe even a year earlier. My uncle gives me, and I probably talked about this before, but my uncle gives me a copy of Acid Pro 3, which for all intents and purposes was an audio editor first, and then they had some basic MIDI functionality, but I didn't know what the hell I was doing. And it came with a crap load of samples that were just a bunch of audio loops. I still have those I still have those samples today. And back then I did audio edits. I just would grab clips, I'd chop them up, and I'd make songs out of those things. I didn't know. I was in a band probably 3 years later doing trumpet, so that's where I started learning actual musicality or anything. But all of my early work was mostly sample oriented. I wasn't doing anything. So don't feel bad like you're cheating or anything. I think you're just getting started. You'll learn like how to slap shit together, and then eventually you pick up Fruity Loops, and you're like, what does a synthesizer do? And you start playing notes. You're like, those sound terrible, and then you find out that some notes sound good together, and then you start learning how synths work, and on and on and on. So I wouldn't feel too bad about like, hey, I'm having fun throwing loops together. So that's how I started. I did that for probably like 4 years until I was finally a teenager and started learning like what synthesizers were, and then started playing on a piano and started to do stuff. Oh, the filter's on. I was like, that was a weird sound. I think that's definitely too wet, first off. That's gonna be... Bottom. Yeah, that's better. Alright, let's solo this. Let's listen to the basses by themselves. I like that. All right, so general balance, pretty good. Ow.
Take the time to contemplate the horror.
Definitely want that nice little stab. Boom, boom, boom. Oh. Yeah, we can do the build later. That's going to be pretty simple. Then we drop. That is awesome that your music teacher showed you that. I like that when teachers like encourage that sort of stuff and get you excited about something that you're already interested in. I'm finally back to see these. I've been dead for like 40 years. You're fine, Christian. There will always, okay, that's not true. There won't always be streams because at some point, someday, I might be too damn busy to do them. But there'll be a lot of them until then. We're still got a ways to go if we're busy on the road. What's up, Simon? Sorry, YouTube didn't notify you. And now I'm leaving just because you showed up. No, I'm kidding. Nah, no sweat. This is coming together nice. I like it. How bright do we want these hats? They're not that bright. They just cut through pretty hot. Well, Locknar's time is only limited if I never succeed at getting out on the road. If I'm always at home, congratulations, you'll have me until I'm in my 40s, and then eventually just be like, and now I'm just gonna make the trip hop quietly and release it in my free time. But for now, I have the time. I'm here. You guys got me for now. All right, let's see. All right, that's a little crouchy. Hang on a sec. Yeah, that's our offender. Like nice and buzzy. Hey, thank you, Christian. Appreciate that. I gotta bump up. Now we're at the point where there's just too many plugins, and I need to start bumping up the sample rate. All right, no more noodling around the keyboard because be angry. Oh, well, we gotta wait. Reloading the plug. Man, holy crap! It's already been 40 minutes. No, that's not true. I started what, like 5:10, something like that. Locknar, what's your thoughts on just using the presets on synths? I feel like I have no idea how to do anything without them, but I feel like my music, I'll feel like lazy if people recognize a ton of FL presets. So, there's kind of two parts to this. One, you really shouldn't care as long as it sounds good. Because like half the time, what was it? Somebody had said something. There was like a Facebook post. It was really funny. Here, we'll go full camera for this one. So there was this funny Facebook post that was basically like, dude, you might be trying really hard to make your respace sound good, but some dipshit 12-year-old is about to kick your ass with GarageBand and some presets. So don't overthink it. And I kind of laugh at that because it's like, hey, dude, you can't overwork something or you're gonna be mad about it. I think, and you find out like, what was it? Gorillaz made a whole mega hit off of a sample off of a harpsichord thingy, whatever that little noodly guitar thing was, and it's just the preset drum loop with like a crappy guitar, and the breakdown comes from it. So, oh, thank you, Christian. I appreciate that. Wait, courtesy of Simon K and me, poverty. Hey, that's my 5th super on a live stream. Let's go! Woo! That's big. The cube is gonna get its natural habitat soon. Neat. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. So presets. Yeah, I used them. There is a preset that is the basis for one of my sounds in this track. I used the harmonic horn made by Rob Swire for faceplant. And I tweaked it because I liked the sound, and I kind of just left it because now it sounds like it's supposed to in context for the mix. Do I use presets all the time? No, because presets have a rigidity to them that eventually you're like, oh shit, I used a preset, but it doesn't fit in my mix. It's like, yeah, because you have to be a sound designer. You have to carve out what you need. You have to fix it. You have to mold it. You have to make it what you want it to be. And presets don't let you do that. But you don't just like by osmosis be like, oh, of course, I understand how sound design works intrinsically. If you do, I don't know, you're far more autistic in ACD. ACD. You know, we'll go with that. You're far more autistic in ACDC than I am because, yeah, that's really hard to intuit. Like, what does a sawtooth texture based sound like? You're like, I don't know. You have to listen to shit forever. So don't feel bad about using presets, but keep trying to figure out how they work, and because you have to fix them to make them fit in a mix. Out of the box, they'll sound great, but once you put a bunch of shit around them, they might not sound right. You're gonna have to fix it anyway. So I wouldn't be sweating it too much. Again, it's like twofold. Does it sound good? Yes, then don't worry about it. If it doesn't sound good, well, then make it sound good. And because if you just if I threw only Noisia presets, if I had access to their computer and I threw all that shit at my music and then threw it out there, it wouldn't sound good. The mixes would be all weird and jacked up because it's out of context. So I wouldn't sweat it, but always be trying to figure out how they work. So when you need to change something, you can. Yeah, because I use presets for idea generation because I'm not omniscient. I don't have all the ideas ever made ever, so I need to poke around and get a sense for something that might sound cool. And then sometimes I'll go and redo it and make my own version of that sound, or sometimes I'll just use that sound. But anywhoosies, that's that. Okay, to be fair, I mess around a lot with these presets. I feel a little off. which I guess is a step closer to doing my own thing. Locknar, will you want to see the cube whenever I find its habitat in the map in the game? You are a-okay with sending me a video of it, because I do not play Roblox, but I will be happy to see where it ends up and how you guys ended up using it. That'd be kind of nifty. Reach, Father Locknar. That's my son. You may use presets. It's when some angry deity just strikes me with lightning and the stream goes dead. All right, let's see. Where do we leave off? Camera, desktop. The cube. Okay, I don't need these right now. I need to listen to this. What, no sound? Why? Is there a filter? Oh, yeah, there 100% is a filter. Okay. Yeah, it's a bit noisy. I like the idea of dropping into a key change. You guys are so curious. You're just chit-chatting. It's like, sorry if I was rude there. That's like, not a problem, sir. It's good. You guys are polite. You'll be fun when you go out to the clubs. Locknar, I know you played Mario RPG. Does that mean you play Paper Mario, the Thousand Year Door remake when it comes out in a month? Or wait, there's a remake coming? I never actually got around to playing that. Oh, hang on a second. Paper Mario make. Okay. Well, how about that? Oh, so it's gonna be a re-release? Oh no, remake. You know what? That has been on my list of games I've been meaning to play. That's a classic, right? That's N64, right? So yeah, all right, I'll probably pick that up. I love the Mario RPG remake. That was perfect. The synergy supers that they had was super fun to play. I can show you the entrance to the facility, how it looks if you want. Yeah, man, send it my way. Was it Paper Mario was the GameCube? Really? Or was Thousand Year Door GameCube? I could have sworn Paper Mario was on the N64. Or there was a Paper Mario on the N64. I know there was at least one. Hang on. Yeah, there was one on the N64. I'm not crazy. Yeah, it was just Paper Mario. Okay. But the Thousand Year Door was on GameCube. Gotcha. Okay. All right. Get it? Somebody out nerded me today. That's fine. No, that's cool though. That franchise is pretty well loved, and it's like considered classics in their own right. So I'll have to pick it up. All right. Let me go from your basement. No, shut up down there. I'm just hitting the ground with something. Oh, that's nice. A little stanky, just right down the chromatic.
The horror so clearly felt.
Yeah, I'll check it out a bit later, Simon. Appreciate it. All right, what can we do? I feel like this needs like an accent synth that's just wonky. Well, since we have... Ooh, I can't choose which one, because the clap version of Vital's broken on Linux right now, so I don't want to play with that. Never mind. No Vital today. We'll do that. We'll do that if and when we try again with Reaper. If you're confident, if you think I can get back in there and maybe do the stupid routing shit I want to do, then we might be getting there. We might be I'll be DAW switching a second fucking time. Look, stability is important to me. So if I can get it to do the things I want to do, I definitely want to check it out because I want this stuff to just work and I don't have to think about it. When it's when it's glitchy and weird and I'm upset, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. All right, I guess phase plan again because I don't really want to do the designs in the grid. All right. Okay, perfect example. I don't have a good idea, so I'm going to try and find a preset to get an idea, and then it might just become the idea. So. What key is deputized in? Not offhand. I don't think it's F. Oh shit, it might be an F. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Blue smoothie nose. Let you out of the roof. All right, you can go. You gotta stay. You can go, self-eater. You asked nicely. But I thought I asked nicely. You shut up down there. You know, it doesn't need another sound. We just need like some really wacky change up. Right, before I mess this up royally, though, let's save it. File save. Yeah, there you go. Signed automation slot 1. Alright, let's do you. Yeah, it's a second drop. I think that's something the horror. Yeah, nice and just gritty and gross. You are going to get affected differently. What am I drinking? Oh, I'm just a gin and soda. Just nice Friday beverage. Can I give any tips for some down tempo? Oh, okay. Okay. Down tempo music typically is, and this goes for a lot of any, I don't want to call it low energy because that's not what it is, but you kind of have stuff like this, which is maximal. The soundscape is very filled up. There's a lot of noise, there's a lot of texture, there's energy, there's drive, there's volume, there's all those things. Down tempo and any genres adjacent to it, like liquid drum and bass or jungle or other things, you tend to pull back on a lot of sounds. And you want to make sure that you're giving context to everything and being able to hear all of the different pieces. In this kind of stuff, shit gets lost like all the time. It's actually kind of on purpose. It's a noisy soundscape. It gives it life, it gives it energy, but things get lost in the mix. You cannot piece apart all of the different things. So anyway, with down tempo, you want to have nice drums. Hip hop is a great place to go. Funk is a great place to go to kind of get inspiration for like what kind of grooves give you a good groove. And then from there, you can kind of build songs around the drums. Honestly, you get started with a built bass line, and then you look at like how do funk bass players play, how do jazz bass players play, and what do they do? So, yeah, that'd probably be a good place to start. Have fun with musicality, and then go have fun with texture. Music should come first in down tempo, and then once you've got that, you can start building textural elements and effects and experimentation. But you gotta have a good hook in there somewhere, something like a piano or guitar, something that ties it all together. Yeah, that's gonna be nice and gross. Automation slate 1. All right, all right, all right, all right. That sounds kind of neat. Whoa. Oh, that is stanky.
So clearly felt.
All right, that's way okay. That's too maximal. All right, but I want to hear that with this. You?
The horror. So
This one definitely is gonna just be like, yeah, yeah. All right, where are you? Yeah, we're gonna use you again. And then do a little nosedive on that. case in point, I do not know, Bitwig. I do not want to know. I am barely clicking and dragging this, and it is flying off the charts. It's like, why do I have to change my mouse grip to make this work? Yeah. Oh, well, my key's wrong. Hang on. We're here. Oh, so we just go up to the 5th, so it'll just be 3rd, 5th. Yeah, that's a little bit too all over the place.
So clearly felt. So clearly felt.
in the tarnation that? That's off. Why? Oh my Lanta. Has that been off the whole time? It has. That explains so friggin' much. Let me guess. It has been off in other places. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I was just false alarm. I could have sworn something. Yep, it's off there. I knew something was fucking off. Why would the snapping do that? Oh, come on. What was the? Why would you be like a fraction off when you snapping? Ooh, I'm mad. That's silly. Oh, I'm like, 'cause every time that phrase would hit, I'd be like, why does that sound off? Then I'd be, oh, it was like, oh, you son of a bitch. Ooh, that makes me so mad. Well, at least I wasn't. I knew I heard something stupid. Okay, hang on. So let's isolate. Let's double check everything. Son of a bitch. All right. Oh, why are we looping? And you know what? I bet you there's something here too. All right. Feeling pretty good about that. I think. All right, let's let this ride. Oh, let's let it ride with the siren. I think I should hear that.
So clearly felt.
All right. That's it. Okay, so that's first drop. There'll be a little outro into the second drop, and then that's the song. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm calling it a bit earlier. I do have stuff that I have planned today, and while that's not starting for an hour, there's some fiddly shit I want to do here. I'm gonna do that probably Sunday. So come Monday, we're gonna be in like slight arrangement mode, and then Well, shit. If Rano's around, we might try and do some of that Reaper stuff and figure out what I'm trying to do in Reaper. Because if I can figure that out, then ta-da, we will be a Reaper boy. But if not, then whatever. I have to redo the drums in Bitwig anyway because I have stuff I want to do with it. But this is finally coming together nice. I really like this. I just have some balancing stuff, get the arrangement right, and I think we'll be in good shape. Yep. So yeah, I think we're good. Just after midnight, we might have this out the gate in like 2 weeks. Yeah. Yeah, I need to get this done. I mean, Nextapes can't take me like 4 fucking years to finish all of them, so I need to speed this up. All right. I'll see you guys Monday.